if you don't know what your part is in God's will, if you don't understand that God has a big plan that stretches from eternity past to eternity future, and you have a part in that eternal plan. That's why he created you. He made you a special vessel, a special person to do particular things for him. Before you kids were ever born, do you know the Lord sat in heaven and wrote a book about you? He drew what you were going to look like. He designed what you were going to sound like. He designed all the special talents and gifts inside of you that he chose specifically for you, because he knew he was going to come and live with you right inside of you. And he made you the very special thing that was just going to show him off in a very special way, a special expression of him that nobody else on earth from beginning to end will ever get to be. That's why you are so special to him. Now, in this, that's your honor, to have his light shining through you so that when other people see you, they see him. And that is your crowning glory, is that other people will be able to see him through the lights of your eyes, hear him through the sound of your voice, and they will know him because of the way you let him speak and shine through you. Isn't that awesome? And so you have a place to play in this whole role. And there are definite times in Scripture, I wasn't planning on using this verse, or I would have looked it up first. But in Scripture, he says he decides which vessel he takes off of the shelf. And he says, I need you today. I'm going to take you today. And I need you here because there's another person passing this way. They don't know I exist. They don't know I love them. But I want you right there. And then when I come with my light, and I quicken you with my spirit, and you feel that move of me in you and through you, and you speak to them, or you touch them on the shoulder, or just whatever, you pray for them. Whatever he asks you to do or say, they will know that he is, because someone with a heart for him allowed him to give them that invitation to know him. Before you all came, we shared about a young man in Des Moines who had an awesome experience this last week. He was in school, and another young girl, he said something about they had to say what book they read. And he said he read the Bible, so a young girl came up to him later and said, yeah, I don't believe in that. And through the course of talking with her, he found out she had a big knot on her knee, and he offered to pray for her. And when he did, that knot just disappeared. Why did God do that for a girl that didn't even believe in him? So that she could believe in him. Peggy and Steve and I, we used to do some prison ministry. There was a night, Peggy and I, we were ministering to the women. We're ministering to a woman over here who said she believed in God and has been pursuing things in church. And yet that night, her faith was nothing. She wouldn't engage it. But there was a girl over here that 2 nights before had just found out that there is even a Jesus, that there is a Bible. She had not been brought up to hear or know any of those things. And her roommate brought her to the meeting. So while we were talking to this woman over here who would not engage her faith, what happened for this young girl over here? 7 years before, she lost all hearing in one ear and half of the hearing in her other ear. And that night, as she just listened to our words, she believed, and God opened up both of her ears fully that night. And it's even now written in her prison records that her ears can now hear. The sound was so great for her, she almost didn't know how to handle it. But she kept asking us for the rest of the evening, why would he do that for me? I was just listening to you. What she didn't understand is she was listening with her spirit and not her natural ears. And he showed her that she was listening with spirit ears, but the other woman over here was not. And that's why he did it for her. He touched her so deeply that her ears could no longer stay silent. They had to be open to his sound, even at a greater dimension, because she just believed. And that's what he's asking of you. Will you be his vessel? And so today, what we would like to do is, it's one of the things that we do best here. We're not scary people. We're not weird. A week ago, we did it for ourselves, okay? So I'm going to tell you what happened a week ago. A week ago, we put a chair in the middle of the room, and each one of us took turns. It's something we did way back in the 70s when we talk about the prophets being reestablished. One of the things to quicken our faith, because we had never seen miracles before, okay? We had never seen them because the earth had been a long time without seeing miracles. And so we would simply stand up in front of a chair, because you want and you just put your buns back as far back on the chair as you can, and you raise your feet up to see if both of your feet in your heels are the same length. And someone will sit at your feet, and we will pray for you, for your legs and your hips and everything to come into fullness. But what happened last week, you guys, it started with prayers at the bottom of our feet, but it goes to the very top of your head. And God is saying words over you, special words for the rest of your life, as even you fully grow up in him to this full measure that Christ is going to be in you as you just get bigger and bigger and bigger in him. Okay? So if you guys want to, we're only going to do it for those who want to do it. But we invite all of you to come and do, because this is just a special thing. And we will record the words that are prayed over you, because these are prophetic words coming through us from God for you. And then we will give you a copy of that so you can always keep it. And know, even as you're a young child, you can know some of the things that God is releasing over your life. Okay?